All right, why is my hair falling out? How many people have you known recently that have struggled with some hair loss, right? Just unexpectedly hair just coming out and you're like, am I okay? Is this okay? I brush my hair after I take a shower or comb my hair and it's like, instead of it being a little bit of hair or I lose some hair in the shower, sure. It's a gob. And it's every time I brush my hair, every single day, I am losing hair. I am surprised I have hair left, right? There are several reasons why you can lose a lot of hair. So a lot of times people will just try to jump to a solution or a conclusion to say, oh, I'm going to take biotin. I'm going to get more collagen. And these things aren't bad to do. They're not wrong to do. But if you're trying to just add something in without understanding the true cause behind why it's falling out in the first place, you might be doing a lot of work for no result just because you don't understand, like, oh, I see. This is why my hair was falling out, so I have to work with that reason to begin with, which we'll get into. I am Dr. Bethwestie, women's health and hormone expert, author of the books The Female Menopause Solution, The Female Fat Solution. These are on Amazon, talking about how to eat for your hormones, eat for your cycle. So if you're looking for more resources on that, absolutely check those out. But a lot of times when we look at hair falling out and we look at our nutrition, what I find is that, we are not getting enough protein to maintain this. One of the first things that women say when we start to work together is, holy cow, my nails are growing. My hair is growing. And I'm like, yeah, because now you're actually eating enough to maintain that growth of that tissue, right? I had somebody who said, she said this last week. She goes, I don't mean to sound crazy, but I am cutting my toenails like every couple of weeks now. And I was like, okay, great. She's like, I used to cut them like once every 3 months or so. They just didn't grow. Like there was nothing wrong with them. They just didn't grow. And when that happens, right, you're not actually getting enough nourishment in for your body. So that's one of the things when we talk about hair falling out here, we have to make sure first thing that we're looking at what your nutrient levels are. So I talk about protein pacing. I have a ton more videos on protein pacing and how to get protein in on my YouTube channel, which is just Dr. Beth Westie. So you can subscribe, go find those videos and learn all about protein pacing and all the things, yes. But the other thing when we're looking at hair falling out, the reasons why would that be happening? So I'm going to list off some things here and talk about each of them. So you can have a nutrient deficiency. Now this would be like protein or sometimes a vitamin or a mineral or something like that you're not getting enough of, and then your body just cannot create or maintain hair growth. You can have gone through an illness of some kind, right? And then your body, or certain types of medications, right? This would be, medications can do this. If you're, bioagents, things like that would also fit into this category of why some of your hair could fall out. And then other reasons though, and this is a really common one that I see a lot actually, is stress. Right? Stress. We all have stress, right? You have stress, I have stress, we have stress. But a lot of times the amount of stress that you're under can increase or change. And then if you go through a really stressful event, or if you experience, adrenal insufficiency, something like that, it can actually cause your hair to fall out. I had this happen to me like 5.5 years ago when I had a very big stressful event. I talked about it on my podcast. This video isn't long enough to get into it now, but my hair fell out in handfuls. I lost a lot of hair within a couple of months. And then, and I don't know, well, I'm wearing a headband thing here today, but you can, I have still hair growth that's no, maybe it's longer than that now. Maybe it's like this long now. I have a bunch of hair that has grown back in when after that all fell out. I can tell, my hair is long, right? But I have another length of hair as a layer underneath that I'm just waiting for it to grow out to have it all cut to the same length again, because that's what happened for me. It was a very, very life stressful event and I lost a lot of hair. Still working on that. Yes. The other thing, so if you're wondering, like, can I test for this? Yes, I'll talk about that when we talk about this next one. Testosterone. Your testosterone levels can actually be too high. And if they are, it can cause your hair to fall out on your head. I see this a lot. So this is why when we do a Dutch test, and this is part of the Female Hormone Solution program. So again, there is a wait list in the comments. If you are not on the wait list, get on the wait list to learn more about this process, what we look at, what we do, all these things. But this is a sample of a Dutch test. It's got estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Now this sample, it's a very low range of testosterone, so this wouldn't be the cause of the hair falling out, but we can see then, oh my gosh, your testosterone is off the charts. This is gonna be a cause of your hair loss. This is something that I feel like I had this conversation recently with somebody where she was exhibiting a lot of symptoms and thought that her hair was falling out because of her cortisol, because of her stress levels. And when we tested, her stress levels were actually pretty good. They were actually, to be truthful, one of the better stress levels that I've seen in the last 6 months. And I was like, this is good. You know, this is great. She's like, well, then why is my hair falling out? I could have sworn it was stress because that's why it falls out, right? And I was like, well, yes, but it can be these other reasons. And for her, it was testosterone. So we really had to target that completely differently for her body, for her system, to actually see a change. Because what she was doing was targeting the stress. She was trying to get her hair growth back by targeting stress, which isn't a bad thing to do. It just wasn't, we weren't addressing the main issue for her. So once we started doing that, complete game changer, right? Complete game changer. So that's what we do when we work together. You know, targeting the right thing for your body, for your system, and everything else. Oh, and if you're wondering, my podcast is called The Female Health Solution. So that's the name of my podcast. And if you want to check out some of those episodes there, you know, or let me know if you have questions with that, absolutely fine. But those are some great places to get started. If you are looking at really balancing your hormones overall, I do have my tinctures, progesterone balance, estro balance. These are taken through days 1 through 14 and days 15 through 28 of your cycle to help balance your hormones in your cycle. And then I have the adrenal balance. This is, I specifically designed, I made these, not at my house, but I formulated them and then had a company make them, and they are independently third-party tested and all the things to make sure that they are made ethically and correctly to help your system with that stress, if stress is one of the reasons your hair is falling out. So there is that. All right, so that is what I got for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any other questions, or if you want me to do a deep dive on something, if you're like, ooh, talk more about the nutrient deficiency with hair falling out. I think that's me, or oh, I want to know more about this. Let me know. I'm more than happy. A lot of the videos I do come from questions you have. So you can always send me a message if you're not comfortable putting a comment below, but putting a comment below is also the best way for me to see your question so I can respond to it quickly. All right. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys later.